some fun. Tune in late at night or tune in the sun. This is TFM. Get ready to rock. From AM to PM. Come on. Let's talk.
TFM 95.4.
Let's talk.
Live on TFM and the TFM Facebook page. This is the live feed of TTV. Let's talk.
Hello and welcome to the Midday Update. Coming up are the headlines. Oman jumps 11 places in Artificial Intelligence Readiness Index 2020. E-reservations for parking to be activated from today, the 1st of November. Coveted award for Oman-based educator. School academic year in Oman begins today. Death toll increases to 25 in Turkey's earthquake. US COVID-19 cases surpass 9 million, Johns Hopkins University. Sunrisers Hyderabad Mall Royal challenges Bangalore by 5 wickets. Maradona turns 60 as football icons applaud. Those were the headlines. Now before we move on to weather, we've got the interesting fact for the day. Average sea level is expected to increase between 0.5 and 1.5 meters before the end of the century. As a matter of fact, since the Industrial Revolution, there has been a rise in temperature because of increase in carbon dioxide and the greenhouse gas emissions. This has also affected the poles. Now, as oceans continue to get warm and expand, land ice in Greenland, parts of Antarctica and also mountain glaciers will continue to melt and sea levels will rise. This will affect many countries of the world, especially those with low-lying areas. A perfect example is Ireland, where there could be a risk of extensive flooding. That was our fact for today. Now we'll move on to the weather report from Moma Meteorology and Public Authority for Civil Aviation. An alert has been issued indicating there will be poor visibility during fog. The rest of the Sultanate will see clear skies with the possibility of low-level clouds or fog patches over Al-Wusta, South Al-Sharqiya and the Dhofar Governorate. Now let's take a look at what the weather is going to be like all through the governorate. Muscat will be sunny with temperatures between 30 degrees Celsius to 22 degrees Celsius. Musandam will be sunny with temperatures between 31 to 23 degrees Celsius. North Al-Batana will be sunny with temperatures between 30 to 21 degrees Celsius, and South Al-Batana will also be sunny with temperatures between 31 to 22 degrees Celsius. Al-Buremi will be sunny with temperatures between 34 to 22 degrees Celsius. Al-Dahira will be sunny with temperatures between 34 to 21 degrees Celsius, and Al-Dakhla will also be sunny with temperatures between 33 to 20 degrees Celsius. North Al-Sharqiya will be sunny with temperatures between 33 and 18 degrees Celsius, and South Al-Sharqiya will also be sunny with temperatures between 30 and 21 degrees Celsius. Al-Wusta will be cloudy with temperatures between 29 to 22 degrees Celsius, and Dhofar will be sunny with temperatures between 30 to 19 degrees Celsius.
See the world, own the city. Take the lead, the new GLA with 360-degree camera.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Hello and welcome back to the Midday Update. Now, one of the most important topics today is the announcement by the Supreme Committee regarding the schools. Hundreds of schools in Oman were set to begin their new academic year from today, following the instructions of the Supreme Committee for dealing with COVID-19. Schools were temporarily shut to stop the spread of the pandemic, with lessons transitioning online. For the majority of more than 600,000 students who attended government schools in Oman, lessons will continue to be held online, according to Dr. Abdullah bin Khamis Ambusaidi, the Under-Secretary of the Ministry of Education. So far, the statistics indicate that 82% of the study will be through distance education, 10% through blended education, and 7% through physical attendance. We are observing the situation and the ongoing developments, and there might be some changes to this later. We have given flexibility for schools to adopt simultaneous education, which requires the presence of a guardian with the student, added the Under-Secretary. To check their students' progress, teachers and parents can access the online educational platform set up by the Ministry of Education, which is available to them at any time. Ambusaidi also encouraged parents to become a part of their child's learning process. Now, following the announcement by the ministry, let's take a look at how the schools have responded. How many are continuing with remote learning? How many are going back to physical attendance? And most importantly, how do they feel about it? Of course, the best people to ask are the students and faculty members themselves. So let's start with the faculty members. Let's hear it from them first. We have with us Mr. Michael Javez, who is a teacher at the Philippine School. We also have with us Ms. Zeba Masood, who is a principal at the Beacon House School System, and Mr. Craig Williamson, who is a principal at ABA. Everyone, welcome to the show. All right.
Good afternoon.
All right. Ms. Zeba, let me start with you. I believe there was a voting system at the Beacon House. Could you tell me about it exactly? What did the parents have to say, and have the children come back already? What is the plan?
Thank you very much. First of all, I am grateful that Times of Oman has carried out this very informative session where we educators can be together and we can share our experiences and can let people know that how ready the school is. So yes, we since September onwards we are offering online education to our students as per the ministerial directive. But since the Supreme Committee's notification came that from 1st November onwards, face-to-face on academic year can begin. So we were also very excited, like all other schools, and schools were prepared. Allow me to add here. We are very happy to announce that this year Beacon House is going to open their very own first purpose-built campus in Oman, which is going to cater for classes from grade 1 till grade 12. This new campus is going to be in Al-Quair. So we had initially decided, and we're working very closely together in cooperation with the Ministry of Education. The Kuram campus will cater for classes from kindergarten till grade 4. And the new Al-Quair campus is going to have classes from grade 1 till grade 12. And the campus is equipped with all latest modern learning resources, which can give children the most effective and quality education one can ever desire. So we are very ready with all COVID-ready preparations, all the SOPs that have been shared with us from the ministry, and even if you talk about the child of today, even the children, they are also aware of what precautions have to be taken on. We did conduct a survey, and 89% of our parents have voted for or have given their consent to have remote learning. Since this has been going on since mid-March last academic year. So by now they are very comfortable on it, but we have conducted coffee mornings, we've conducted virtual meetings with our parents, know that how schools are going to provide face-to-face security measures for their children, and the way we are ready to receive them at school. But even then, 89% have voted for continuation of remote learning, whereas 11% have only opted for face-to-face. Which we are going to welcome our students to be at the Kuram campus tomorrow, which is class 1 to class 4, giving them in school tomorrow, whereas from class 5 till grade 11, we are still waiting for the ministry approval to receive them at Al-Quair campus. So that is how we are going to receive them tomorrow. in addition to this, how school was made ready for it. We've selected, after thorough, investigation and research and working together with our competent team members, we've decided on various digital tools that were required, the platforms that were required, and to ensure that each and every subject area and lesson is equipped with the required digital tools.
Right,
So
Ms. Eba.
we are very happy, very.
Right, thank you. And Mr. Williamson, what about at ABA? Have the children come back? Of course, Beacon House, everyone's coming back tomorrow. How are things at ABA?
So, first of all, thank you for having me here today. I greatly appreciate the opportunity. Anytime I can talk about kids and our school, I'll welcome it. So again, thanks. So the kids, we started today. We opened our doors today to grade 1 through 12. We're hopeful that the Ministry of Education is going to hear our request to open our KG. But regardless of who we're allowed, we're open right now for our students for grade 1 to 12. And we had a great first day. We've done everything above and beyond in regards to providing, a healthy and safe environment for the kids. And we've got, without overselling it, we've got amazing teachers, and our teachers are the backbone of the school, and they were ready for the challenge. And when we were told we had the ability to open up, our teachers said, okay, how are we going to make this work and how are we going to make it safe? And we've had the majority of our student population attended today. To follow up on the survey, we asked our parents once how they felt about coming back to school. And then we surveyed them again and we asked them to commit to the first 2 weeks. And then after the first 2 weeks, we'll give them the option whether to be on campus or stay online simultaneously as well. And what we're anticipating from what we witnessed today is that we're going to have not only the majority of our students, but we're going to be pushed to have to reschedule things to accommodate what I think is going to be almost all of our school wanting to come back in 2 weeks' time. So extremely positive result, and I can't thank our teachers and our board enough for all the support. And a big shout out to the parents and the students today for being patient with the opening of school. It's the first time we've opened since March, and with that comes obviously some challenges of the first day, but with some great patience and a great community, we had a successful start.
Right, perfect. So, Ms. Michael, you're a teacher at the Philippine school. How are things over there? Beacon House is experimenting with 1 week, ABA is trying 2 weeks. What about the Philippine school?
Yeah, good afternoon. And again, saying thank you for having me here this afternoon. And I would like to share with you what is going on here in our school. Right now, we are still continuing with our remote learning or online distance learning using 2 platforms. We have our Smart School, and of course, we're using also Google Meet for our synchronous teaching. So right now, we are working on synchronous and asynchronous way of delivering learning to our students. They have started this one since August 30th, and we have our immersion for them in order to understand how is the online platform works with them. Right now, everything is working or somehow becoming more smooth in the delivery of learning. Of course, we have wonderful teachers, great teachers who are working hand in hand with our dear parents. Of course, we cannot avoid challenges. There are a lot of challenges that we have had experience, but right now, we are getting into it and we're able to adapt to this new way of delivering education to our dear students.
Ms. Michael, did you also have any poll for the parents where they said how many of them were willing to come back, how many of them were okay with continuing distant learning?
Yes, we've had this survey to our dear parents and guardians, and it shows that most of them opt to have this remote learning for the meantime. It is actually for the health of the community, which is the topmost priority of this school. And as such, online learning will still be the mode of delivery unless we see that the safety is already really shown in the environment or in the community. So blended learning will then be used. Now that's our next step. We're in this coming second semester. Before they start, we'll have another survey to our dear parents in order to move to this kind of modality of teaching.
Right. Ms. Seba, coming back to you, what are the changes that have been made in this academic year? Let's talk about, since the children are back, what kind of physical safety measures have been inculcated?
The school is going to follow the timetable which is going to be shared by Ministry of Education for the screen time and for students being physically present on the campus also. So, we very carefully, we have looked into, our team has looked into the various aspects, the places where children are going to be, the classroom areas, the distancing, the social distancing that is required, the washrooms, the social and emotional, how children are going to be with each other after quite a long time. Like my colleague has just mentioned, it's going to be since March onwards, the children are going to come face to face with each other. So of course, there's going to be a lot of excitement in the air. Children would like to, spend more time with each other. So we have had the SOPs in place to ensure that at the same time, we don't want to deny them from the happiness that I'm sure they're going to feel being with their friends and their class fellows. But the safety measures should be in place so that they should be aware of how are they going to maintain the distance? How are they going to, in the classroom, how are teachers going to address to their needs? There's going to be a distance between the teacher and the students? So all those things are very clearly designed and monitored. Students who are going to be online and they'll be at home, I'm sure once they're going to come to know that their friends are attending classes, although low in number, but I'm sure they are also going to show their excitement and would like to join band in the course of time. So we are very hopeful that the face-to-face numbers are going to increase, and we'll have more strength coming to schools in the coming weeks. And this will, inshallah, be able to school to have a full-fledged school, a regular school in very near future.
Great. Mr. Williamson, as Ms. Zeba said, you're all waiting to welcome all the students back. Even students at AB, they've been showing a great response. They all want to come back. Given the way things are now, how are you managing social distancing when, say, the entire lot comes back? Mr. Williamson, I think we're not.
Apologies.
Can you hear me?
Apologies,
Yes,
I'm back
perfect.
on.
Yes, audio's back on. Great. Yes,
Great.
you were saying.
So just like every school, we're beholden to the rules and regulations of the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Education, and we follow those rules to the letter of the law. We follow them we're very, very strict with making sure that everything is in place, and we go above and beyond that. With that said, we have restrictions in regards to how many students are allowed to be on campus at one time. So even if 100% of our students want to come back, that doesn't mean that we can have them all on the campus at one time. So what is likely going to happen is we're going to have to run an A day and a B day, or an A week and a B week, in which Group A would be on campus and Group B would be working at home. And that is only because that is what the regulations dictate. If we weren't beholden to those regulations, we would have everyone on campus, but we have to keep the kids safe. And in order to distance them properly, in order to have those proper spaces in hallways and in corridors and washrooms, we're probably going to move to an A-B day where we have 50% on, 50% off. We're very fortunate. I'm very privileged, as are the kids and teachers who work at ABA, because although COVID touched down in March, the school has been having online resources for many, many years. And so when we had to switch to online learning and to a distance learning approach, we were already well set up for it. So our kids working from home or working in the classroom, the technology is not new to them, so they don't have to learn all of that. We're just getting on with it. We've got a very rigorous program with the IB. We're a 3-program IB school, and we don't have time to slow down. We don't have time to stop. It's very rigorous, very academically challenging. And like I said, our teachers are the backbone of the success of the school, and they're doing an amazing job. And whether we're 100% or 50% here, the kids aren't going to miss out on any piece of their education.
No compromise for the students. That's great. Mr. Michael, moving on to you, how has the timetable changed considering the social distancing learning that's going on now? How is the timetable for students at the
Yes, actually, since we are in the remote learning or online system, the scheduling is very different. It's a unique one because there is a required time only for the students to have their synchronous learning. Wherein the teacher and the student are able to meet each other live stream. No? We try to limit that because we all know that there is really a psychological effect to the students when they have too much screen time. So our timetable for every day is only from 8 in the morning until 12 noon, and alternate for synchronous and asynchronous learning. And after that, we have our students are able to meet or see their teachers if they want after classes. Okay, that's what they call as the consultation time period. So during that, from 1:30 onwards until 4 p.m., they may be able to see or consult their teachers if there's anything that they would like to clarify. These really one of the changes that we have inculcated or integrated in this type of learning or modality of learning. You know, students really need this reassuring presence of the teachers. At the same time, for dependent learners, we really need the help of our dear parents. So this is really a work of collaboration between the teachers, the parents, and the students when it comes to this remote learning.
Ms. Michael, again, as Mr. Williamson said earlier, the teachers are the backbone. They're the one who are supporting all the students. You're a teacher yourself at the Philippine school. Could you tell me how has it been for you? Is it more challenging? Are you getting used to the new way of doing things?
Yes. Really, it's a very challenging task for the teachers. This is really a new way on delivering the learning to our dear students. We are used to face-to-face learning or teaching. But of course, we are trying to imbibe or we're trying to embrace this new normal because we believe that this is a given opportunity for us because this is really the direction of education. This is what education will be in the future. We believe that remote or online distance learning will be blooming. And it's an opportunity for us to learn and to give all our best. We just really need to have a creative way of delivering it, understanding the new pedagogy in teaching, remote learning or distance learning or online learning. And of course, very important is the mindset. So our teachers are all doing their best in order to, again, adapt to this new normal and this new way of delivering education. And they're doing well.
They definitely are. Ms. Zeba, was there any program or anything for the teachers? Because I believe this, as Mr. Michael said, this is also a challenge for them. This is something new for them. Was there any program or anything that you conducted from the school for your teachers?
Yes, absolutely, no doubt. I agree with them. See, technology certainly was not a new thing for them. I mean, it's not that they were not dealing with it, but the way it came to us and it was so sudden. And I'll be very honest, the school was not ready for it at the initial stage. But then, I mean, since we've got a real team of hardworking teachers being with us, we did struggle for initial couple of months to decide upon the suitable platform, the required digital tools that were apt for the age group, appropriate to their age group. Then on top of that, it was training and bringing all the stakeholders on board. It was not only teachers, it was our parents, our students, and I mean, to be honest, the parents. Because mindsets were there that for very young children, especially the lower primary, it won't be that easy. They're going to require parents' assistance there, they're going to need the supervision. Whereas if you talk about children from class 4 onwards, I mean, it was not a difficult task at all because they were quite used to of this kind of teaching methods. But for I would say, From kindergarten till grade three, it was difficult. We had to have a lot of work sessions for our parents as well, for our students, the orientations, the introduction, and then came in the real work. But hats off to our teachers, the way they have taken up the challenge, the way they've gone through rigorous training sessions. So now they're all set to deliver very effective lessons. And I would like to share that the parents, students, and everyone is there really enjoying, and we are conducting very effective lessons now.
That's good to know, Ms. Eba. Mr. Williamson, what about at ABA? Of course, I know you were already prepared with the online learning. This was something that was already happening at the school. Could you tell me, how did the parents react to it?
Well, I think parents probably at any school weren't extremely happy that schools were closed and that they had to switch on to an online platform. I think we'd all agree to that. As far as the reaction from our parents, I think they would prefer all the kids to be in school. But if they can't be, I think that our parents have been very, very satisfied with the product that we've produced and the connections that we've made, and our teachers going above and beyond, our administrators going above and beyond to make sure those connections and the communication channels are alive and well. We've surveyed our parents last year. When we switched on to an online platform, we immediately followed up with them and said, how's it going? We've been following up with the students. So every step of the way, we're always asking our parents and asking our students, what can we do to get better?
Feedback.
What can we do? Because we're in this together. This is a partnership. It's a community partnership. The school is going to deliver a great education, but we want to make sure that what we're delivering is what is in line with what the parents and the students are expecting and what is going to meet their needs. So I think we've been doing a really, really good job of communicating and receiving feedback from parents and adjusting accordingly. I would say it's one of the highlights of the program thus far.
That's great. That was a very interesting session. Thank you so much for joining us, all of you. We've learned a lot. And again, keep up the good work. It's all thanks to you guys that everything is flowing smooth.
Thank you. Pleasure being here.
Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you very much for having us over, and we look forward to have a very regular and face-to-face for all of us. That's the expectation of all of us, and we've been known as a happy school. We want our students, our teachers, and our parents to be very happy and back to school as a normal, regular school. Thank you.
I'm sure we all want the same. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Let's keep.
All right, so we heard it from the faculty members. Now let's talk to the students. We have two students from ISM. We have with us Sanshika and Shireen. Sanshika and Shireen, welcome to the show. All right, let's start.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Great. Let's start with Sanshika. So, Sanshika, tell me, what grade are you in?
So, I'm in grade 12 at Indian School, Muscat.
And Shireen, what about you?
Even I'm in grade 12 in
Both
Indian School, Muscat.
Okay, Sanshika, are you guys classmates by any chance?
No.
But you probably
used
bumped
to
into,
be,
you used to bump
but
into
not
each
now.
other in the hallway. Things might be different now. All right, Sanshika, tell me, when you first heard the news that you will not be coming back to school, how did you feel?
To be very honest, at this point, I expected it to happen because, above everything, above your experiences at school with your friend, above seeing your teachers, the safety of students is most important. And a school like ours, where we have about 10,000 students and faculty members, it's very difficult. It's a huge task to come back to school. So I believe this decision that was taken of not going back to school was a very good one. And a thorough thought process was involved. And I believe it was fair enough.
And Shireen, if you're given an option to go back to school or continue distance learning, what would you opt for?
Honestly, I would prefer going back to school. I'm a sociology student, and It happened to be the last year I had to do a project on online schooling, and it's been a dream of every child to have these 101 days of summer vacation. But no, at this point, every child wants to go out. Every child wants to go back to school, considering it's our last year of schooling. That's one thing you don't want to miss out on.
How difficult, Shireen, has it been to keep in touch with your classmates? You know, you have an inner circle, then you have just classmates who are in the same section. Are you in touch with everybody? How has it been?
Honestly, I would like to thank my school for this because every month our school conducts these online sessions, classroom meetings where we get to interact with our old classmates whom we used to have before. And as for the inner circle, Sanshika over here, we meet almost every day. And the other people as well, it's all Zoom calls all day, every day. Our parents used to take our phones away from us and now they're giving them to us. So
How strange, how things have changed. Sanshika, what do you have to say? Are you still in touch with all your friends?
Yeah, we have our class groups. So we do talk on our class groups, we convey important school messages. We also check in on our classmates, as I believe this has been a very hard time for a lot of my friends. And we've celebrated birthdays on Zoom and Google Meet too.
Interesting.
We had our cake slices and then we made our birthday bingos. So we found ways to overcome the situation. And I think it's been great overall. I've spoken to a lot of my classmates and I'm very thankful to the fact that we do have our class meetings too. So you get to interact to classmates of yours that don't come online that often and they only come for their online classes and then they attend those meetings.
Right. And tell me, what are the challenges when it comes to online learning?
So the challenges, the very basic one would obviously be the technicalities, the technical difficulties when you're logging in, your internet connection, and all of that. But I believe that our teachers have been there. We actually, when we log into our online classes, they display this one slide at the start. And the slide says that even, if your teachers log off or if you face internet issues, your teachers will be there for you. And do not worry, do not panic, hold on. So I believe that's very reassuring. And even if your internet crashes, your friends are always there, like, oh, her internet crashed, she'll be right here. So I believe the fact that problems with the internet, that's probably one of the most difficult aspects of online learning.
Great. So, Shireen, let me ask you the opposite. What are the good parts? You can stay at home, you can probably have a snack in between. Do you do that?
yes, of course. I mean, I feel like we've bonded more. The teacher and student bond has become much more than what it was before because we get to understand each other more. We understand the problems that everyone's facing, and our teachers have been the biggest support for us. And I truly believe that's one of the biggest benefits that's come out of this. We've bonded with our teachers and now they've become friends. This was the one friendship we didn't know we needed, but we do. And truly, I believe this is what was the best thing of this.
Shireen, we'll give a shout out to your favorite teacher. Who's your favorite?
I don't have one favorite, so...
Sanshika, what about you? I know you're both being diplomatic right now.
No, I don't have a favorite either. I believe all of them have worked like equally hard towards making this.
And what do you think is, putting yourself in your teacher's shoes, what do you think was the hardest for them to do? Managing you guys.
Yeah, I believe managing us, but also the fact that this transition from your normal whiteboard classroom to a smart board one now, one where you upload presentations each day, you make different presentations, you make it colorful. Our teachers have gone to the extent of conducting Kahoot games for us, so classes are fun. And I believe they strive each day to make the presentation super colorful. Now, I have someone in my family who's a teacher, so I completely understand the struggle of transitioning from your classroom to online education. But the school provided them lots of training sessions at the start, and I believe that because of those training sessions, today all of this making presentations, handling your class, you can do it very easily.
Right. And Shireen, what do you feel about going back? Or let me phrase it differently. Say you had one more week before you get to go back to school and everything gets back to normal. What is it that you would do in that 1 week?
Complete my notes. First, let's start with that. But honestly, I would first start to thank my parents, because this was the one time where we actually got to bond, especially these families who don't have their parents home most of the time. I would like to thank them and tell them that I'm still going to have that bond with you, which I had over lockdown. It's not going to go anywhere else. But other than that, to prepare for school, of course, complete my notes and get ready to go back to the place I love the most.
So Shireen loves schools, that's established. Sanshika, what about you? Shireen actually mentioned something very important, the bond with parents. How has it been at home for you?
It's been great, mainly because of the fact that I'm reminded every day by my friends, we're off to college next year, we're off to universities, probably not even in the same country as our parents. So this was a time where I sat with my mom and dad, and at the start of quarantine, we were making our dalgona coffees and our banana breads.
That was trending, yes.
Stayed with my mom. I learned a lot of her recipes. So I think it was absolutely amazing to just sit with your parents and just talk, go through your old albums and see pictures and videos of your previous birthday parties and all of that. So spent really good quality time with my parents.
That's wonderful. So there is something positive to staying at home too.
Absolutely.
All right, Shireen, any last words to your friends, to your teachers, to your school?
I would honestly like to thank our school, because we went from everything being in person in real life, but our school took that and made it virtual for us to benefit off of. They took theater and drama and made it short films. They took coaching in real life and made it online. Our parents sat and listened to us rant about how much we miss school or how much we're lagging behind. And honestly, online or offline, school is going to be school, and I just can't wait to be back if it's going to be offline. And if it's online, I'm happy to be where it is now.
That's great, Shireen. Sanshika, last words from you?
Yeah, well, I just firstly want to thank all my teachers for making our online learning experience so comfortable, absolutely gorgeous, so interactive. And the fact that, they've taken the time to attend lectures and make it innovative. And secondly, I'd like to tell my friends that we will continue going on calls on Zoom until things get better. And when they do, I'll be seeing all of y'all at school.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Both of you were amazing, and good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me.
That was Shireen and Sanshika. We got to hear the students' side from them. Now, before we move on to the local stories, we've got a breaking news that has come in. We've got 6 schools to come up in Oman on His Majesty's directives. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq has directed the Diwan of the Royal Court to finance the construction of 6 schools in the next phase. A statement issued online by Oman TV said the following. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq gives his generous directives for the Diwan of Royal Court to finance the construction of 6 schools during the next phase at an estimated financial cost of about 8.85 million Omani riyals. This move comes as part of His Majesty's understanding of the needs of the education sector throughout the Sultanate and his supreme keenness to provide a supportive and stimulating environment for education as the basis for building the present and future of Oman. On that note, we'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
See the world, own the city. Take the lead, the new GLA with 360-degree camera.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Midday update. Coming up are the COVID-19 updates. The Ministry of Health has registered 38 deaths in Oman due to COVID-19. This takes the death toll to 1,246. The ministry has also extended its deepest condolences to the families of the deceased. The Ministry of Health has also registered 1,300 new COVID-19 cases. The total cases in the country have now touched 115,734, which includes 105,700 recoveries. There have also been 2,640 recoveries in the past 24 hours. The ministry has urged everyone to adhere to social distancing instructions issued by the Supreme Committee and the Ministry of Health. Now we'll move on to the local stories. The Sultanate has advanced 11 places in the Government Artificial Intelligence Readiness Index 2020 issued by the UK-based Oxford Insights. The Sultanate has bagged the 48th place at the international level with an average of 52.099 points compared to the 59th place last year. The United States has bagged the first place in the index, followed by the United Kingdom, Finland, Germany, Sweden, and Singapore respectively. The index measures the government's readiness for the use of artificial intelligence technologies for provision of public services to their respective citizens. The electronic methods for reserving parking spaces will be fully activated in a number of locations in the Governorate of Muscat starting from today, the 1st of November, the Muscat municipality has announced. A statement issued online by Muscat municipality said the following. The municipality of Muscat directs the attention of community members to the importance of completely relying on the service of reserving parking spaces through the available electronic channels and as shown in the information board that have been installed recently. As of 1st November, the municipality will remove all parking meter devices in all the following locations: Commercial District, Commercial Square, Rui Market, Al Forsan Street, Matra Market and C Street, Wadi Kabir. The municipality urges all parking users to rely on the electronic reservation through channels described as below. Booking via text message, send an SMS containing the vehicle number, code and the required number of minutes to the number 90091. The user will receive a text message confirming the booking and including the ticket number, the vehicle number, code and the required time to park. In the event that the user wants to extend the time, he must send another message to 90091 and follow the previous steps. Booking via Baladia app. The Baladiyati app for smartphones can be used to book parking by hours as well as to obtain parking permits for vehicles with the ability to renew permits, and all users can pay fines through the application or inquire about pending fines. Booking through Muscat Municipality website. Users can access the Muscat Municipality website via the address www.mm.gov.om and benefit from the service of issuing vehicle parking permits, renewing permits, paying fines or inquiring about them. Sen K. Jose, an educator at ABA Oman International School, has been awarded the University of Chicago Outstanding Educator Award 2020. An outstanding educator shapes young minds in meaningful ways, thoughtfully approaching instruction, sharing an infectious love for learning, and caring for students both inside and outside the classroom. An Indian mathematics teacher who has taught for over 29 years, Sen received both his bachelor's and master's in mathematics. He spent a year gaining teaching experience in India before coming to Oman to teach at the Indian school Muscat. He taught the CBSE curriculum at the school for 21 years. While there, he became the first recipient of the Best Teacher Award from the Indian Embassy, chosen amongst teachers from 20 different schools in the Sultanate of Oman. Sen has been teaching International Baccalaureate Diploma Mathematics in the high school at ABA since 2012. He enjoys a good rapport with both students and parents because of his intrinsic passion for teaching and mathematics. Sen is known for going out of his way to support students in their learning and helping them achieve their future goals and aspirations. He is also known for promoting peace by supporting Students Against Prejudice, a high school student club. Mr. Sen is highly respected amongst his colleagues, students, and the parent community. He's a gentle, cheerful, and inspirational individual, stated high school principal Simon Walker. Each year, newly admitted UChicago students have the opportunity to reflect on their time in school and nominate an educator who played a significant role in their education, made a positive impact in their lives, and whose influence has brought them to where they are today. All award winners receive a commemorative award, certificate, and letter that includes details from the students they were nominated by. Those were the local stories. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be back with the international stories.
See the world, own the city. Take the lead, the new GLA with 360-degree camera.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to the Midday Update. Coming up are the international stories. The death toll in a strong earthquake that hit Turkey's western province of Izmir increased to 25, the Disaster and Emergency Management Authority of Turkey said on Saturday. In a written statement, the AFAD announced that a total of 804 people were wounded at the tremor, which struck the Aegean Sea off the Sefrihash district on Friday. Search and rescue operations are going on at the debris of 8 buildings while work in 9 others have been completed, it added. Up to 5,000 personnel and 20 search and rescue dogs have been taking part in the works across the province, according to the statement. Meanwhile, a total of 470 aftershocks have also occurred so far. The total number of COVID-19 cases in the United States has surpassed 9 million on Friday, according to the Center for Systems Science and Engineering at Johns Hopkins University. US COVID-19 case count rose to 9,007,298, with the national death toll reaching 229,293 as of 3:24 p.m. local time, according to the CSSE. California reported 925,509 cases at the top of the U.S. state-level case count list. Texas registered the country's second-largest caseload of 919,661, followed by Florida with 799,738 cases. New York State confirmed more than 500,000 cases. Other states with over 210,000 cases include Illinois, Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, Arizona, New Jersey, Wisconsin, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, according to the CSSE. By far, the United States remains the nation worst hit by the pandemic, with the world's most cases and deaths making up nearly 20% of the global caseload and death toll, respectively. US COVID-19 cases topped 5 million on August 9th, hit 6 million on August 31st, exceeded 7 million on September 25th, and surpassed 8 million on October 16th. The United States has been skyrocketing infections and deaths this fall, with 30 states witnessing record daily cases in October. The US daily case count peaked at 88,521 on Thursday, the highest increase of new cases in a single day since the pandemic began, according to the data compiled by Johns Hopkins University. Scott Gottlieb, former commissioner of the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, expressed his concern in a television interview that the U.S. daily cases may cross 100,000 at some point in the next couple of weeks, fearing Thanksgiving family gatherings would help spread the virus even further. The Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation at the University of Washington predicted a total of 399,163 COVID-19 deaths in the United States by February 1st, 2021, based on current projection scenarios. We will be back with the sports stories after a commercial break.
See the world, own the city. Take the lead, the new GLA with 360-degree camera.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Sunrisers Hyderabad beat Royal Challengers Bangalore by 5 wickets successfully, chasing down 121 to stay alive in the hunt for the Indian Premier League 2020 playoffs. A 6 from Jason Holder applies the finishing touches as Sunrisers Hyderabad beat Royal Challengers Bangalore by 5 wickets. SRH lost their 4th wicket with Isura Udana dismissing Kane Williamson. Yuzvendra Chahal picked up a 2nd wicket, getting Saha out-stumped. Manish Pandey topped Ed Chahal for Sunrisers Hyderabad to lose their 2nd wicket. Saha and Pandey added a fine 50-plus partnership for the 2nd wicket after Sunrisers Hyderabad lost captain David Warner to Washington Sundar cheaply. SRH would be glad with their bowling performance, having restricted Royal Challengers Bangalore to 120 by 7 after opting to bowl. Rashid Khan picked up his 1st wicket, getting Josh Philippe out caught in the deep soon after AB de Villiers fell to Shahbaz Nadeem. It was the 7th time in the IPL that Sharma picked up Kohli's wicket. Tributes flowed for Diego Maradona on Friday as the Argentinian football legend celebrated his 60th birthday. The former Napoli, Barcelona and Boca Juniors forward was also honoured with the unveiling of a giant mural showing him kissing the 1986 FIFA World Cup trophy in the centre of Buenos Aires. Maradona, who is now the head coach of Argentinian First Division club Gimnasia Esgrima, was forced to spend most of the day at home after one of his bodyguards showed symptoms of COVID-19. He made a brief appearance at Gimnasia's Juan Carmelo Zerello Stadium, where Argentinian Football Association President Claudia Tapia presented him with a commemorative plaque before his team opened league match of the seasons against Patronato. However, a frail-looking Maradona left the stadium before kick-off to watch Gimnasia's 3-0 victory from his home. Among the array of well-wishers was Brazil's 3-time World Cup winner Pelé, with whom Maradona shared the award for FIFA's Best Player of the 20th Century. Those were the sports stories. Now, before we wrap up, here is the breaking news again. 6 schools to come up in Oman on His Majesty's directives. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq has directed the Diwan of Royal Court to finance the construction of 6 schools in the next phase. A statement issued online by Oman TV said the following. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq gives his generous directives for the Diwan of Royal Court to finance the construction of 6 schools during the next phase at an estimated financial cost of 8.85 million Omani riyals. This move comes as part of His Majesty's understanding of the needs of the education sector throughout the Sultanate and his supreme keenness to provide a supportive and stimulating environment for education as the basis for building the present and future of Oman. Those were our stories today. We heard it from the teachers, we heard it from the students. We're going to see whether we're going to continue social distance learning or we're going to go back to school soon. We'll be back with more updates tomorrow, so stay tuned and keep watching the Midday Update.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's